Good morning, everyone. Thanks to everybody who voted for me. But let me just tell you before you vote again, or if you're voting for the first time, let me tell you why this competition is so important for me. When I was younger, maybe around 16, 17, or even way younger than that, I was determined to become an actor, a model. I just love doing it. And right now I'm 46. What am I doing, right? Well, come on. What's wrong with dreaming again or continue dreaming? But behind that, I believe in this cause. So this competition is supporting Rise, and they support people who've experienced sexual assault and backing them up, giving them a voice. And I think that's really great. So when I was young, I've auditioned for several things, and there was this one time I got a part to be a model and for like a yacht club. And do was like, okay, finalize the paperwork. I was going to the owner's condo to sign paperwork, and young me was thinking how exciting this is. I'm gonna get this part. But old me is like, what, going to a condo, like, hello, right? I should have known better. But so when I went to his condo, um, he offered a drink, and I took a sip of it, and just one sip, I felt strange. I felt loopy, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. So I went to, luckily, my friend's house was so close by. I don't know, I took a cab, I got there, and almost 24 hours later, I woke up, and I'm like, I knew it, like, there was something in my drink. But yeah, that time I just felt kind of like stupid. I mean, like, why did I fall into this trap? Maybe because I was hopeful, maybe because I trusted people so much and I thought I really had what it took. But yeah, but I know now it's not my fault. I was a victim, right? Like, I'm just fortunate that I got away. But it wasn't just that, I feel like um the whole time I was pursuing, I've always kind of fell victim. And there's just one time that one of my modeling gigs was to be an entourage for this wealthy man. And I was like, okay, easy gig, I still need to support myself. And it's because I wanted to pursue, my dream. And one of the things that I remembered was he thought just because he was paying us models was like he had like access to like just hooking up and stuff. And I'm like, what? No, like, we are not like that, like. And and I had this one girl who was with me. She was around my age, and I was talking to her, and I said, like, this is, we are not doing this. We're like supposed to be pursuing acting and modeling. And then she's like, well, why not? He's gonna pay us. And I'm like, that's crazy. You want to get paid to, like, we're young. We're not supposed to be doing that. But because she was so young, she didn't know any better. She just thought that she needed the money. She had to make money that way, or she could make more money if she did that. And I don't know what happened to her, but I got away. And why? Why are young women being targeted like that to the point where they think, okay, it's not that bad, like, just do it? And I was like thinking, no, we cannot be taken advantage of. We have to have a voice. Although at that time, I just ran away. I just kind of told all the other girls around that that, like, around modeling and acting, that could happen, and don't fall into that. She didn't listen to me. I don't know what happened to her eventually, but we shouldn't be put in that spot. We're so young. We have to live a good life, right? um and there was another time, when I was another audition. This is crazy. It's all about auditioning. And I got this part, right? I was so excited. I got a part, to be the main model for this branded company for shampoo or soap or something. And I flew to the location. I was allowed to bring a chaperone. And when I flew there, there's no crew. Nobody was there. It was just me, my chaperone, my friend. She's a little older than me, and these two older guys, and they were there at the audition. And I was like, "What's happening?" And they were like, "Well," one of the men was like, "Well, it wasn't really an audition for the commercial, but I was looking for a girlfriend." And here it goes again. I was strict, and I'm like out of town somewhere, and somebody's trying to be my boyfriend and not the job that I flew there for. And it was crazy because at that time, even if I was young, for me, I knew what was right and wrong. I was being offered fame, money, a house, a car, everything, but I knew that wasn't right. But I can see how other women, other young women, or anybody, young men, who are trying to get into, the dream of that life, could easily fall into it. But now, because of this cause, everybody has a voice. Everyone can tell their story, and it could be a learning experience for those who haven't experienced it yet, or who's just about to be in that situation. Anyway, I hope, like, this kind of inspired you, or you learned something from this. um, I still trust everybody. That's just the way I am. But I just know that we can get away. It's not my fault. I wasn't being stupid. I was being lured in, and I was the victim. And everyone should speak out. So, in that case, well, good morning. Thank you for listening. And I hope you do vote for me. It really means a lot. And don't stop dreaming. Thank you. Bye.